Hey everybody, welcome back to College Cooking. Before when we left, we had our pigs in a blanket in the oven and they're just about done. So let's take a look. And remember, whenever you take anything out of the oven, it's hot. It's about 375 degrees in there, give or take. So just always be careful and have an oven mitt. But look at that. Those are delicious. You can tell they're done because they're golden brown. And hot dogs, let's be real, you could eat them out of the package. But who wants to eat a cold hot dog? That's just gross. But yeah, these guys are done. I'm really excited to eat these, but we're going to wait and we're going to put this together with the rest of our food we're making today as a really good meal. So I'm just going to put these back in the oven where they're warm. I'm just going to lower the temperature so they don't get cooked anymore. They just stay nice and toasty. But we're going to move on now to one of my favorite things in the world, and that is French fries. And they are not here, and I need them. Oh, did you see that? Jebediah, you are the man. Thank you. All right, guys. So this is just store brand French fries. I mean, they look like any normal French fry you would get anywhere else. Basically, there's a lot of ways you can cook these. You can cook them in the oven. You can cook them in a toaster oven right behind here. Or, if you're feeling wild, you can cook them in a deep fryer. Fortunately, we have a deep fryer. We know that not all college students have a deep fryer, but we want our fries to be extra crispy, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Of course, when you're making cheese fries, the one thing you want to do first is make the fries because they got to be crispy and good and delicious. So we're going to go ahead and put it in here, but just before we go ahead and do that, one good way to test to make sure if you're cooking with oil, if the oil is ready to be used, is if you sprinkle some water in there and you hear it splatter and it's moving around. That's how you know the oil is ready. But also another thing you should be aware of is that oil is incredibly dangerous. If you haven't worked with oil before, work with someone who has, just so you can get the good idea of how it works. It can be dangerous. It can start grease fires. So please, if you are doing this at home, please be careful. But I'm just going to grab a handful and put it in here. Ooh. And you're about to hear a nice sizzle. You guys ready for this? This is going to be delicious sounding. Oh yeah. Just want to make sure they're all covered in here. So we're just going to let these cook, and once they're done, we're going to put some cheese on them, some bacon, and it's going to be delicious. Alright guys, our fries are just about done, and I hope you can hear that because that sounds delicious. So let's go ahead and take these out. And one thing you always want to remember, hot oil, you want to put it onto a, whatever you're cooking, you want to put it onto a paper towel so that'll absorb all the oil because it's just going to get all over the place then, and that's no fun. And remember guys, this is hot. This is actually 75 degree oil. So let's just go ahead and pour these on here. Please be careful when you do it. Fantastic. Put this back, close this, safety first, make sure that's not going anywhere. So, these are our fries, and I'm not going to touch them right now because they just came out of the deep fryer, but you can tell how golden brown and crispy they look. They're perfect. They are done just as anybody would want them. If you ever get these and you are deep frying them, the directions on the bag are as perfect directions as you could ask for. So, just be sure to follow that. Now, like I said before, remember we're doing cheese fries. So once you're done with the fries and they're all cooked, we're going to want to put them onto a baking sheet and just spread them out or so, like that. I'm just going to use my fingers a little bit. They're still a little hot, but it's okay. Next, we're going to add some cheese. I have some sliced cheese, and I think I have some bagged cheese over there. If only I had a friend to bring them to me. Somebody, anybody at all.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, John.
No problem.
Oh, and you opened it to this guy. He's a good help. Oh, thank you for the trash. But hey, it's okay. So basically, I'm just going to take this cheese and throw it on there. It's really no big deal. This is all going to melt together anyway. Personally, I don't like using this cheese that much. I mean, it's definitely good and delicious. But the one thing I enjoy about this shredded bagged cheese is that it is way easier to spread. You can just pick it up in handfuls and just do a little bit of this and it gets everywhere. You can almost guarantee that every piece of French fry is going to get cheesified, as I like to say. But there's a little special surprise with these cheese fries. While we were letting the French fries cook, I made some bacon. And I just used my hands and I crumpled it up. And we're going to sprinkle that on top of the French fries. I chose maple bacon. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it is delicious. It's everything about bacon that you love, plus the sweetness of pretty much maple syrup. I recommend, you can get it in sausages, you can get it in bacon. Maple syrup is just delicious, and I recommend you try it and put it on everything you eat. That's a lie, don't put it on everything. That would just be weird. But anyway, let's go ahead and put all this delicious bacon. Oh man. Oh gosh, that looks good. I'm just going to put this all on here. Oh, delicious. So, if you remember correctly, our pigs in a blanket are in there still staying warm. What I did was, because these French fries are already cooked and ready to eat, we're just going to pop this into the oven and let the cheese melt. And of course the bacon is cooked also. So we're just going to throw these in here, let the cheese melt, and in a few minutes they will be ready to eat. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back we're going to check out the cheese fries, and we're going to move on to our next dish, which is fully loaded nachos. So guys, please stay tuned, and be careful with your hot oil. Stay tuned, guys.